following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Tom in Derry, New Hampshire. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Mr. O'Brien, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
Good. This is like old timers week. I heard Rick from British Columbia. I'm waiting to hear Greg from Long Island.
I like that. Totally, man. Totally.
By the way, your website, unbelievable. Watching that thing change over the years. You guys are doing a bang-up job. You get great guests, and
well, listen,
keep up the good work, man.
We appreciate you being out there. We never can do it without all you tigers and tigresses, Tom.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be strong. Go with your heart and believe in miracles, because anything can and will happen. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow down 20, NASDAQ up 3.5. S&P's up 1.5. Gold contract up $12.60, traded at $11.2890 an ounce. Silver up 12 cents at $14.36 an ounce. Platinum flat at $8.71 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.05 a pound. Light sweet crude down $2.06 at $31.51 a barrel. Bonds. The 10-year note down 11.6. The 30-year bond down 11.6. King dollar gave it up, down 647 ticks. 99 flat out. Euro is up 65 at 108. And the yen is trading at 121.09. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so after the close out here, we get some, well, Google's going to be the mover. Google's coming out with numbers, and we'll go over Google and a couple of the others that are coming out. Wynn Resorts is going to be a big one, I suspect, because Wynn has got absolutely croaked. But if we go over and we take a look at the SPY first, what you have is this. Friday, you go up to a price point of 193.88. Today, what you did, rejected lower price. This B to C of an ABC structure on the way down continues. The 199.83 is where I expect we're going to get up to, and Google more than likely this afternoon will give it a little help. If we go over to the NDX 100, we take a look at the 3 Qs. What we have with the 3 Qs right now, 3 Qs are trading up 25 cents. You get a contraction of volume. You're 24 million shares. We did 54 million on Friday. Bottom line is that still thing wants to bounce 109.38. Gold contract. Gold's caught a bid. Gold looks like, in fact, let me see what the volume is right now. Very well could be an ABC structure on the way up. Okay, so bingo, where are you? Okay, so we are, there we go. We've done 105,000 contracts. We need more than that, okay, for an ABC. What we need on an ABC is that we need, well, this is going to be interesting, okay. I don't think I can get 20,000 contracts in the matter of this next hour. But if we did, guess what? That would be a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. What gold has done, we're actually laying right at the number. Oh, this is pretty cool, actually. So your B point on gold, folks, is 128.70. Your volume characteristic is 129,000 contracts. We've done 105,000. It's a straight line move. Hey, if it lays out here, I suspect tomorrow it will make the move. That move there would bring gold up to the 165 level. Silver still needs to catch a bid. What the silver market has done is that silver, 33,000 contracts, up 10 cents, no big deal. The equities themselves, though, the equities are moving. The XAU, we take a look at the XAU out here. XAU is up $1.49 today, 47.45. The HUI is at 124.02. that is has attacked and taken over its last swing point of January 7th. So now you're over the swing point from the 4th of December as well as the 7th. That sets up that you want to make a run to the top of this area, which is a big run. That's 139. So that's a decent number topside. Bonds. We go to the bond market. So the bond market out here, folks, the 10 and the 30. Well, we start with the 10. 10 got to a higher high today. Going to have lighter volume. Bottom line, gave back everything from Friday. Now, the real key inside this bond market is two different things. Inside the 10-year first. The 10-year would have to get back inside 128.29. And right now, we're at 129.08. It's going to have a higher high today. It's going to have lighter volume. It's going to have a failure of price. What it doesn't have yet is that it's still really in a larger trading zone. You know, anything over the 129.08. That's interesting. We're at 129.07 right now. Well, that's 129.08. This is going to be subtle, man. This is going to be subtle. Now, if in fact it closes there, and then you see it come off the highs tomorrow with volume again, that's another indication that the bond market would have topped. The 30-year. Let's go take a look at the 30-year. What we have with the 30-year. 30 is still at highs. You know, you're down nine ticks to the 30-year, but bottom line, the 30-year would have to get under 159.24. Right now, you're dealing out there with the 160.25 level. We go into King Dollar. We take a look at King Dollar. King Dollar, fast move up on Friday, and what you had at that move on up on Friday, which was an indication that dollar wasn't going to hold, is that gold didn't get croaked. Gold was down $2 or $3. Friday, when the dollar index went up 1,100 ticks. So right now, bottom line is it's giving it up. That's saying that the dollar index, again, wants to run down to this 97.22 area. We go take a look at the oil market out here. Let's bring CLH. What we have with oil, what I expect you're going to see with oil, folks, is that it wants to test the highs of its low. The high of its low is 29.75. It's got down to 31.29 today. Bottom line is that we'll see whether that level is going to hold. You know, it looks to me like we're going to go test it, though. So if you are trading oil and you see an expansion of volume, as you start coming down there, get out of the way, because what that would set up as well, let's see, an ABC down, 39.53. Yeah, that'd be a $12 ABC down that could bring oil to $22.82. So the key there is to remember, as you're going as oil's going after that B point, if you see an expansion of volume, just get out of the way, unless you're short oil, and then just ride the baby. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. After the close out here, what do we have? If we look at Google, this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. So what you have with Google is this, folks. The high of Google is 779. We're at 750. Bottom line, I suspect it's going to go after these highs. You know, the volume's not that great today, but the last time that Google gapped up, and it gapped up pretty good, it's really easy for Google to hit the 779. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 2. The Nasdaq's up 11. S&Ps are up 450. Let's go over and we take a look at Google. So Google right now is trading at 753.17. We'll put this on a monthly. And what you're going to see is that we had volume at 730. So we're at 750 right now. Let me put this back further, actually. Put this. Oh, I see what's going on here. That's right. We have 2 different symbols here because of the fact of the 2 different classes. So bottom line is that what I expect you're going to see here, Friday you had decent volume come in. We had volume come in of 3.4 million. We're going to do about 3.5 million today. Your high out here is at 1.7. So that gives game that it wants to run up into that high. And the way Google operates, folks, is that Google will be out within millimeters of a second after the 4 o'clock time frame. Let's go over to Wynn Resorts. Wynn is also going to be coming out after the close. Wynn is trading at $67.13. And this has been on a one-way trip on the way down. It's actually been consolidating for quite a while after that. You know, Wynn in 2014, March of 2014, is a $247 stock. Goes straight down to $50. It's pretty amazing, actually. It's crazy. $247 to $50. Now, at $50 is what it did. We hit $50.96 October of 2015. We did that with 35 million shares. We tested that with 29 million shares January of 2016. Now, what you look for, and that's what you got to find here, is if in fact it happens, is that you get a sign of strength in the middle of it. It's not bad. Okay, so this is going to be wild watching how Wynn's going to trade, because this is going to affect all the rest of the gaming stocks, and it also affects China. You know, because Macau is their biggest spot. Now, the way this is trading right now, it looks to me that this can go to $72. This is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. So Wynn, the way that Wynn is set up right now, is that we're at $67. You have a $73 is a high volume spike. That can get tested. Now, that's going to be a huge heads up, folks. The reason being is this. These gambling stocks have been in such a downtrend, and they've been in a downtrend for a long period of time, and they have consolidated for a long period of time. So if, in fact, China is going to bounce, this is going to be a decent indication that money's coming back into that gaming business. Las Vegas Sands is set up the same way. So Las Vegas Sands, October of 2015, hit $36.53, 50 million shares. It tested that in January with 24 million. And the difference is that this is pretty cool, actually. I got to jump on these. I got to look at these. Because then Las Vegas Sands goes topside from 38 to 45 last month with volume. Las Vegas Sands wants to run up until $49. So that will give us quite a bit of information after the close also, and it very well just may gap and fly. Let's see, Mattel. Mattel out here at the beginning of the market today was down at 26.11. This is coming out after the close also. Now this hasn't been a bad setup. Let me pull this back and see what we got in here. So this baby here, yeah, hey, this one, this is how this, you know, it's amazing, folks. This is how this B to C of an ABC structure on the way down looks like it's going to line up. Because Mattel wants to go higher too, you know. Now, all of these great, the last two that I just did, they're wicked dead cat bounce. Mattel went from $48, it was trading out at $19 4 months ago. It's at $26. That can bounce up to $30. You know, but outside of Google wasn't a dead cat bounce because Google has been higher. But those other equities that I just did, Wynn, Las Vegas Sands, and Mattel, bottom line, all dead cat bounces. Inside the Dow Industrials out here, the strength versus the weakness, this is what you have. The strength, and watch this. You know this is a dead cat bounce. American Express, that's up 135. American Express has just come down in 6 months from $80 to 135. So that's the leader inside the Dow Industrials today. Second is Nike. That's been doing pretty good, period. Walmart is a dead cat bounce. That's up 142. Verizon has juice underneath it. Verizon, these phone companies, they're printing money. The laggards, ExxonMobil is down 1.5%. GE is down 1%. And 3M is off 1%. Inside the NDX 100, what we have, the leader out there is Seagate. That's up 5%. You have Norwegian Cruise Lines up 2%. Tesla is up 4%. INCY is up 2%. The laggards, you have Mattel down 2.5%. Amazon is down 2 or $11. Tractor Supply is down 1.5%, and Baidu is down 125. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market, and what we are going to have, folks, it's going to be a lower volume market, and it's going to be a higher price out here today. You have Facebook up 287. Let's see. Facebook's up 287. Freeport McMoran's up 14 cents. You have Ford up 18. Marbell's up 24. Netflix is up 260. Cisco, the food company, is up $3.38. Some of the Dow stocks, you have Boeing up $2. IBM is up 26 cents. Hewlett Packard is up 26. Let's go over to Walmart and take a look at Walmart. WMT. So Walmart's made it all the way back to where it's got croaked on October 14th. That's when Walmart in one day went from $67 down to $60. The high there was $67.95, and it's right at it. It hit $67.83, and you know, we'll see how it attacks that baby. It hasn't quite hit it right yet. It is contracting with lighter volume, and it's really going to be, well, actually Walmart can go up to $70.36. You have two different places. Walmart got croaked on the week of the October 16th. It also got croaked the week of August 21st. And that, thus far, would be a dead cat bounce. And we'll see if, in fact, they can get any traction underneath it. Dollar index has given it up pretty good. Let's go over to Apple and take a look at Apple. Apple had come out with their numbers, has come down with volume, has a high volume low right now on a weekly basis. And guess what? We're going up, and you're going up with lighter volume, which is going to set up that next leg down in the marketplace. The Tesla, what you did have with Tesla, this is a big number, man, too. So let me just see, get the right number. Elon Musk, he made a fortune, and he optioned out shares. And it better stay up, because the bottom line is that once you option out the shares, folks, bottom line, you're going to pay tax on them, even if it does go to lower price after the option has been done, which was done. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 35, Nasdaq's up 21, S&Ps are up 850, and you're getting a little surge coming into the close out here. If we go over to the NDX 100 first, what you're going to see is that the NQs, low out here today was 42.28. Right now you're at 42.70, so you get a nice 60-point move. And, what I suspect will happen is that Google's going to put some juice into this after the close. What's moving this right now is the IBB. The IBB's been a dog, folks. Hasn't been able to move at all. The IBB, has decent weight and structure inside that. The IBB, even just since I've got on, has gone from 264 to 269. Throughout the day, it hit a low of 261. I wouldn't touch this thing. Bottom line, let it bounce. It does want to bounce like the rest of the market, but that's what's putting a little juice inside the NDX 100 right now. If we go over and we take a look at the S&Ps, the SPY, what you're going to see inside the SPY is that the SPY right now has 100 million shares. You're up 69 cents. You're at 194. And this always gets wild that, you're not that far away now. You're 5 points away from that 199 level. So it's going to be wild watching how this whole thing shakes out. Specifically, of course, we're at the first of the month, and first of the month, you have a lot of buying coming in because all the 401k money's coming in. And that can no doubt put some juice underneath the market. If we go to the small caps, the small cap arena, folks, the IWM has been the weakest indice when we're talking, whether it's the Qs, the diamonds, the SPYs, the small caps been the weakest. The IWM right now is at 102.97, having a hard time bouncing, and the small caps don't necessarily have to get up to the December 14th level. I do expect you'll see at least the September 29th, because the small caps, a little bit different structure, because they broke so many different swing lows and broke them with volume. Big numbers too on the way down. And what you do want to remember is that when we made that low that was established, however, on the week of January 22nd, that is a high volume low. It's also a rejection of lower price that sets you up for a nice bounce. And it seems that the alignment is lining up pretty good. We go take a look at the XLE, the energy stocks out here. These energy stocks. Now the XLE, has backed down, but nothing like the oil contract is back down. The XLE, I'd want to see the XLE back down further, actually. We got to a price point Friday of 58.27. You back down today to 56.39, and right now at 57.47. If we go take a look at Chevron first, yeah, it's pretty wild. No, Chevron won't back down either. Well, I wouldn't be biting at these up at these prices right now. I wouldn't bite. Let me go look at ExxonMobil. I wouldn't bite until you really get your head wrapped around. Yeah, Exxon doesn't look that bad either. But this is what the difference is. Exxon's down $1.24. You're at 76.63. And once it hits 75.43, you can make the argument today that it rejected that level, which is the highs of the lows. Because of the way that the oil contract is trading, however, it's like, you know what? Oil looks like it wants to test the highs of the lows. Now, the market itself is impressive in the aspect that it can bounce like this with oil being down. It's a decent run out here. It's particularly a decent run because of we had the expansion last week. Bottom line, it's continuing. On the Dow Industrials, you're at 16,499. That bounce can go to 17,116. And you can see how when these bounces come in, that you can see how markets can get bullish once again. And it's going to be wild just watching, how that happens. Now, if we go overseas and we take a look at what happened overseas last night, you had the Nikkei was up 2.3%. 1.9%. Hang Seng was off 0.4%. Shanghai was down 1 7/10. And if we just go to Shanghai first. Let me see how this shook out. So Shanghai, 21 billion. That's interesting. So Shanghai just about tested its low from last week, and we did that test with 15 billion versus 21 billion. That's not a bad setup. That's not a bad setup at all. We go into the UK. We take a look at the UK. What the UK did out here today was a flat market. We got down to 59.93, rejected lower price, And the UK also wants to get into higher price. It looks like 6,300, and it's 6,060 right now. The DAX in Germany, what do we have with the DAX in Germany? Same setup. DAX in Germany also wants to bounce. It was down slightly out here today. It was down $40. We're at 97.57. That bounces on there too. So one of the keys, of course, is that as it gets up and starts testing these swing points from how we came down, the real kick is going to be, do we get harmony in a few of the indices simultaneously? If we go to the XLF, the banking sector continues to be weak. The banking sector today is having a hard time getting a bounce. I suspect that will come in, though. The XLF can run up to 23.30. If we take a look at JP Morgan, JPM, and see what that's doing. Yeah, she's kicking. She's down 36, but she was trading 54 last week. She's at 59 now. That dead cat can get you up to about the 63.51. Bank of America, BAC. What we have with BAC out here. This is Bank of America is a mess, no doubt. So Bank of America, the bounce can still get you up to. It's harder for Bank of America to bounce. Like you can see that. Okay, I see. So Bank of America, 14.63, and right now we're trading at the $14 level. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go over to Aflac. Aflac, I believe Aflac already got smoked because of the fact, no, it hasn't. That's interesting. Okay. See, now Aflac, they have so much business in Japan. Japan's their biggest market. That one, no, Japan wouldn't be the one. Japan would be the yen. That yen getting that weak, that's going to have a hard time pulling up some numbers. And what Aflac does have, Aflac has that high volume swing low at 51. So it looks to me after the close here, Aflac looks like that little baby could very well go south. And that's going to give us a good indication also of how currencies do affect markets in general. Now, when we talk about currencies, folks, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a webinar for the Gold Report subscribers. You can be a subscriber right now by coming over to our website at TFNN, and you're going to see right on the front page you can subscribe for 1 month absolutely free. And what the webinar is all about, folks, is how currency rates impact gold companies. We're going to be coming right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 33. You get the Nasdaq up 17. S&Ps are up 750. Let's go to Marie in Erie, Pennsylvania. Hey, Marie, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine.
I heard you guys are getting warm up there, aren't you?
Oh, it's beautiful. It was 57 yesterday.
That's amazing. And you know, it's wild is that, so in Florida, folks, we've had a lot of rain the last month. And when I was listening to the weather up there yesterday, I said, this is great because that weather's coming right down here. And we can feel it already. From this morning to right now, you know, it's going to be like 75, 78. So it's cool.
Oh, that's sweet.
Totally. That's sweet. I like it. And you want to look at Nestle.
Yes. Talk about sweet.
Totally. Okay, so let's take a look at Nestle. That's NSRGY. Okay, so this is an ADR that trades in the United States. It's the low is 78 this year. The high is 79. They pay a 3% dividend. Now, do you own this? We looking to buy it? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm already in it, and I've been trying to decide. I wanted to be in it long term, but this market's kind of crazy, so I didn't really know whether I should just play it as a bounce or not.
I think, okay, so you're at $74 right now. If we break this, and I put this on a couple year basis, it's like, I like how last week, I mean, it traveled from 71 to 73 with some force. He had 4.3 million shares traded. So that sets up, it's been in a consolidation for, let me see how many years. 1 second. Okay, so you've been in a consolidation since October of 2013. When we came down, I'll put this on a monthly. Okay, so it came down last month, tested the 014 level, 18 million shares versus 13, which isn't bad. Well, what I would do is that, yeah, I know that, you're looking for some dividend. I'd trade this, I think 76.92 is decent.
Okay.
That's where it came down. It had volume off the top, October 16th.
Okay.
I think you probably get that. And what I would do is I'd line that up, Marie, with our own S&Ps, because this bounce has come in, and I think it's going to go higher. And I'd line up both. I'm like, 104.48 in the SPY. The first place I'm going to be looking for this thing to die in the vine is something like 199.83. I'd line up both because all these markets, they got a good bounce going. There's no doubt. But I suspect we're going to, come down again. I think from here until like November or October, November, this is going to be a rough market. I mean, the euphoria will come back. Somehow the euphoria is not back just yet. But by the time this bounce is in, that euphoria, in the marketplace will be, okay, we bought the dip again, it worked, or I didn't get out of the market and it worked, I'm not down that much. That's just kind of how I'm thinking things are going to go. So at Nestle, I'd ride it up until that point, and then, if you get volume expanding as you're going up there, then stay there. But if it's contracting coming into that October point, it's like, okay, we're going to be throwing good babies out with bad babies. And that's kind of, how markets move when they move down.
Okay.
And one of the main reasons, folks, is that because folks own a lot of stocks, they have to sell something, and most of the time, if they're selling anything, they're selling something first that they've made money in, and so that's why even good stocks get sold on the way down. So.
Do you have time to look at another?
Sure.
KHC, Kraft Heinz.
KHC. So.
I'm in this one, too.
Okay, so this is a monster, no doubt, meaning a huge company. They combine these companies, and I think just about everything we probably buy is in it. Oh, I like this one. Okay, so see, what I like about this, I like how this pulled back today and rejected lower price. We got back to 75.67, reject lower price.
See, what I wasn't sure of, do we have to retest that August 24th?
No.
No?
Because what it did is this. It tested the top of that right here once and rejected it.
Okay.
I got this on. And so once you got back over 75.25, that's what it did. That would have done that last month. It went to 73.34. We did, last week rather, we did 21 million shares. Let me see what this looks like on a monthly, because I probably did it on the monthly too. No, on a monthly, it'd have to be higher. It did it on the weekly. So thus far in the weekly, it did it. What it did is this. It got down last week to, the prior week, it got down to $68.
Yeah.
It closed at 74. It had to close at 75.25. The prior week, we did 20 million shares. That was going into 27.
Okay.
Last week, we did 21 million shares, and it did get to the high of that level again. It rejected it and closed above it. That sets up that, you can get a test probably of, the first swing would be 79. I think it could take that out, though. Because, see, I like that expansion of volume last week was good.
Yeah, I was real excited when I saw that.
Yeah.
I've been in this for a bit.
That's a decent expansion of volume. And what does happen, I think, I would say in the context of a bad market, all stocks will go down, but more than likely in a bad market, we're still going to be buying ketchup and sauces and food.
Yeah, well, their scalability should be pretty good with the two of them.
Yeah, that's interesting. So this is the company that, Berkshire Hathaway and 3G, their partner, own over 50% of it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the good news is that when you have that kind of money behind it too, they'll support the stock. They can do a lot of different things too, but when you have, two of the largest money managers in the world owning it,
Where would you get in again, if you wanted to buy more, around that $70 area?
It's KTF again, I'm sorry. Was it?
KHC.
KHC. I think I'd let it come down a lot more than that. If you're going, the reason being is that, see, if this gets back inside the $74 area again, right?
Okay.
Then what that does is open up that it can go to the 68, and then that opens up that whole high volume swing low that you're worrying about, which you should be worrying about, but it rejected it at this point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you'd put a stop around 74?
I would put the stop at, there's that. Gotta find another one. Yeah, 74 would be good. 70, see, okay, so watch this. You're watching Tiger TV, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So this is where and I don't want you to put the stop this low, but you see the last time that we had volume on the way up, it's
Right.
January 21st. Well, the low of that is 71.32. See, it could come into that. It's like that's where I'd really put a stop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it'd be really hard for it to get through there. You know? That's a long way down, though, from where you are. But that's where I would put that, particularly if you're trying to get up to the highs up here of the 81 level.
Okie doke.
Have a great one, Marie.
Thanks
Have a
a
safe
lot.
one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Pezzamento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pezzavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is flat. NASDAQ is up 9. S&Ps are up 4. And let's see how Google is reacting as we come into this close out here. Google is trading at 749.61. And, yeah, you can expect... This is so cool. I love how Google comes out with numbers, folks, because it is a split second, a fraction of a second after 4 o'clock. And, you know, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, this is a great time. Come on over to TFNN, hit the banner on the top of the side, bring the accounts up, and they'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. Now, if you haven't done that, you get 5 minutes to do it. And this is, you don't have to even put any money up, but you can grab a couple contracts, because what happens is this, is that those contracts, and I would grab the NDX 100, okay, and what it is that they go until 4 o'clock, 4:15. So the correlation, I suspect there'll be some premium built in there, but the correlation is that those things could really move. You know, if you're a bull or a bear, you can take your point, a shot on either one of them. without, certainly don't put real money up if you haven't been on the exchange before. But you'll see how fast these things can move. And what does happen with a large weighting structure inside the NDX 100, they're going to move. If you were listening to swim lessons at 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time out here today, the bias at this particular point, the bias was to the upside. Why? Because the calls were much more expensive. Well, not much more expensive than the puts, but they were more expensive by a factor. So the betting at this particular point is that in the option market, that is that this will go higher. My take on it, the reason I'm saying that I suspect that's going to happen is that what you're doing is that Friday we pushed into a high with volume. We did 3.4 million Friday. You did 3.5 today. Your swing point up here that you're going after is 1.7. So you can see you have a lot more buyers right now than sellers. When this had gapped up on the 22nd of October, that's the last time they come out with numbers, that it closed at 651. Following day, it gets up to 730. The total gap has never been filled. It got all the way back down, so went from 730, gets all the way up to 779, and then has a retracement down to 673. So it came down 106 points. To fill that gap, it would have had to come to 657. You made 673. It's not bad. The gap's not closed, but that was pretty good. So needless to say, after that close out here today, action. The next one that I suspect will have action out here too is Wynn. Wynn Resorts. And Wynn is that's going to tell us all about Macau, China. That's how this is shaken out. So Wynn's at 67. I suspect that can actually get up to the top of the consolidation, which is 75. Now, what does happen is that one there, the Wynn and the LVS Las Vegas Sands, will be kind of a shocker because all you hear day and night how bad China is, the whole ball of wax. We'll see if in fact are they pushing any money inside that island. Macau is an island that gambling is legal. Tereso is also going to be coming out with numbers after the close, I believe. Yeah. So this is a refiner. Let's see what this is doing. So this has just gone from $120 down to 85. We're up 56 cents right now. Yeah, this baby doesn't have any juice. So I suspect Tereso is not going to really get any juice. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming back with a bunch of numbers for you at the next hour. Dow right now, down 8. Nasdaq's up 7. S&Ps are up 3. Gold catch a bid. That's up 1350. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Believe in the magic of tomorrow, and your spirits will be lifted on the wings of hope. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 17, NASDAQ up 6, NASDAQ up 18 rather, S&P's up 3.5, gold contract trading up $12.40, 1,128 an ounce. Gold's on its way up to the 1165 level. We do want to see a little bit more volume. Check out a swing point today. Has some juice into it. We need more. Silver contract up 10 cents, $14.35 an ounce. Silver needs a bid. Silver has got to get up and over this 14.65 area. Platinum flat at $8.70 an ounce. Copper also flat at $2.05 a pound. Light sweet crude down $2.19, trading out at $31.43. Now, oil market, folks, wants to go after its low once again. We'll see how it hits the top of that low, but bottom line, you came down today. You had some volume on the move down. That's going to challenge the lows that were established out here on January 20th. Bond market, the 10-year note down 10 ticks, 129.08. 30 off 6, 160.27. 10-year looks like it has failed. The 30-year is still at highs. King dollar couldn't hold higher price. King dollar went up 1,100 ticks on Friday. As King dollar was going up on Friday, the gold market would not go down. That was your correlation that, guess what? One of them were going to basically, it was divergence. And what did happen out here, dollar gave it up, gold goes up, gold wants higher price, dollar wants lower price. Euro up 60 ticks right now at 108. The yen is trading at 121.04. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of Google, folks. Google's moving markets out here. And what you have, Google just came out with numbers. Google closed at $752. That was up $9. Google right now is trading at $813. Bottom line, it's over its highs. Google was pushing into its highs, had an expansion of volume as it was doing it. You know, this is up and over the 779 high that was established out here on the 29th. And what you have right now, Google's trading at 814. So it's got the punch. As that did go, if you're listening to the last hour, bottom line, you know, whether you were trading inside the NDX 100, the Qs, the Nadex product, bottom line is that you saw the NQs go from a price point of 42.75 up to the 43.07 mark. So Google can move markets after the close out here in a big way and have moved markets. Gold contract first. What do we have with gold? What we have with gold out here is this. Gold caught a bid once again. You did 108,000 contracts. You're trading out at 1128. That's pushing into the swing that was established on the 27th, which is 1128.70 or 1128.90. Expect what you're going to see. Gold wants to go to 1160. More than likely, you're going to see gold make the run up into the October 15th swing high, which is 1191. If we take a look at a couple of the gold equities, Rheingold Resources did 780,000 shares out here today. Took out its swing point. Like this, it's up $1.85. I do want to see it push away from that a little bit more, but bottom line, it did take it out. Want to see the volume a little bit heavier the next couple days. Oil. What do we have with the oil contract? Oil is going to go test the highs of its low. We did 557,000 contracts out here today. Now, the low in this contract, and remember something, folks, oil every month has a new contract. Most futures, it's every 3 months, so oil's every month. The low of this contract here, we're at $31.38. The low of this contract is $27.56. That was established on January 20th. The high of this contract, for that day rather, is $29.75. That's going to get challenged. And if we come down like we were coming down today, that would be saying that, guess what, you can go to the bottom of that, and if in fact you get an expansion of volume, that would be an ABC structure on the way down that would take oil to $22. That would be a heavy move on the way down. Now, King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar gave it up. King dollar went up 1,000 ticks, 1,100 ticks on Friday. It pulls back. King dollar's at the bottom of the consolidation now. It wants to make a run down to this 97.22 area. We go over to the SPY, and what you're going to see, this continues to be a dead cat bounce. I do expect that we're at 193.65 at the close. Google, let's see what Google's put into it. So Google hasn't put anything into the SPY right now. The SPY is only trading three pennies higher. What I do expect you're going to see is that Google is going to, the SPY will climb up to this 199.83. You do have a contraction of volume. You know what we have out here today? We did 130 million shares. Friday you did 210 million. If we go over to the NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100. That did 31 million today. We're at 104.41. I expect this thing can get up to 109.38. And inside the NDX 100, Google has put some juice inside that. That closed at 104.41. That's trading right now at 104.75. Let's go over to Win and see if Win's come out with numbers just yet. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, Win came out with numbers. So let's see. Win closed at 67.10. That's still trading at 67.10. Let's see. No, it actually hasn't come up yet. Win hasn't come up yet. We're going to have Win for you. Win's going to be coming out with numbers. That's going to affect, of course, Las Vegas Sands. And the way that Win is trading or was trading coming into the close also looks like it's going to catch a bid as they come out with their numbers. We go back to Google, and this is going to be wild. So Google closed, yeah, that would make sense. Google closed at the 752. You're at the 796 right now. The numbers on Google go like this. The estimate was 16.9 billion revenue. They did 17.3 billion. Big numbers. There's no two ways about this. The cost per click has come down 13%. You know, and what you do have here, folks, you can have the cost per click come down, but when you have so many more people advertising on Google and there's so many ways to reach people, guess what? That changes the context, and that's how you get bigger revenues. We go take a look at Mattel. Mattel closed at $26.76. That right now is trading at a price point of $28.22. So that right there, they had sales of 2 billion shares. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed down 17. NASDAQ up 6. S&P's up 2. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to Joe in Natick. Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how things going for you?
Going great. Yourself?
Hanging in there, thank you.
I heard you get some nice weather up there.
Oh, it is spectacular. We're up almost into the 50s today, and it felt...
That's amazing.
nice.
February 1st in the 50s. That's a lot better than last year.
Yes, a complete turnaround from last year.
That's awesome, man. So, Charles River Labs?
Yes, Tom. I just wondered, I have some employee stock options that expire in about 11, 12 months. And I wondered, what do you think that's going to do? Earnings are coming out on the 11th.
And what price point?
They were like in the 50s or 60s.
Oh, that's good.
So there's not that many, though. But I just wondered, what do you think the stock's going to do in the next,
Yeah,
few
so
months? And then,
let's look. Okay, so you have the low is 59, the high is 84. You have strike prices of 50 and 60. And you have, 11 months, 12 months to get this done?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this on a weekly, what I have is that when this came down, let's see, in May, that's pretty hard. It's a 78 to 68. That's a bummer. And then the same thing happened when it went back up to that level. So someone's selling. That's interesting, man. So I wonder, oh, this is wild. So do a lot of people have options at that price point?
I'm not sure. But,
okay, so watch this. This is intriguing. And the reason I'm asking it, Joe, is this. So let's picture that you got 50 and 60 strike points, right? And there's a lot of people that have them. This went from 78 to 68 in 1 week, May of 2015. It gets down to 59, which is the bottom of the first strike, right? It makes it all the way back up to 81 again, and then it comes down hard again from 79 to 72. Let me just put this on a monthly for a second.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to...
Yeah, no, listen, I know. And what happens, folks, is this. And this is any type of an investment, you got to get out before everyone else gets out. This is what we're kind of looking at right here. That's one of the keys, and that's where you got to get the greed out of the deal. But you really should understand that, it's always easy to buy something. It's always hard to sell something. I do not like how this come off the high, because I get this on a monthly right now too. We made a high going back in March with 11 million shares. It has been up here now for almost a year, and then we came down in January. That's volume that's big volume off the highs, man. So the key.
Do you think it's going to maybe pop back up to 78 or 79?
Yeah, that wouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah.
Right.
That could, I think you can get 80. That wasn't bad up there, January 7th. And what you have here, you got a good bounce going. I mean, in the market, this has been consolidating, going back and forth. But yeah, the market could take you up there.
Because it tracks the IBB, Tommy, it seems. So I don't know if that...
Well, this is a lot stronger than the IBB right now. You know, but if we go over to the IBB, what happened at the end of the IBB, folks, has been on a one-way trip down. But what did happen at the end of today, the IBB, you know, got slightly high. I mean, it moved 8 points, and that's how it likes to move, from the lows to the highs today. And that certainly, you know, is ready for a bounce. The IBB just came from a price point of 343 down at, you know, 259. So I can see that bouncing too. I think the key to get your head wrapped around is that if you're gonna take the option, you got to remember that. Are you going to take the option and just sell them right into the marketplace?
Yeah, so I have like a strike price.
That's perfect. Right. Because I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tom.
The danger. What happens, folks, is this: the danger with getting options, not getting options, basically exercising the options inside a company, is that it's great to exercise them when you know you're in the money. He can be in the money from a good $30, $25 to $30. And the way you do that, folks, is that you exercise them, you sell them right away, because you can exercise them. And when you exercise them, guess what? That's a taxable event. So what ends up happening, the disaster that happens more than it should happen, because people, unfortunately, don't get educated enough by their companies as to what can happen when you exercise your options, is that as you exercise them in the money, and if at the end of the year they're out of the money, well, guess what? It doesn't matter. If you made $30 when you exercise those options, you're going to pay tax on $30, even if that was under the water, and that's a huge problem. You know, and of course in 2000 that happened, in 2007 that happened in a huge way. That people exercised options, they didn't sell the options they exercised, so they had a capital gain. The stock at that price was under their exercise price, so they lost money there, and they had to come up with, you know, the 15% capital gains to go to Uncle Sam. So it's great when you exercising them and selling them the same day is totally where it's at, whether it's 2 or 3 days.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Just, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And just trying to get the best pot. No, I'm with you. Cooking, brother.
One of the very last question. Do you think the market's still going back to the August of 2011 low?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. And that low, folks, you know, this bounce is coming in nice. You know, if we go back and you look at this S&P, you know, just to give you an idea on the SPX, you know, you're talking that August level there, the high of that is 1,300 in the S&P. You know, we're at 1939. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. Excellent.
Okay, man.
Thank you, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. If we go over to the gold market, folks, we take a look at gold. What you're going to see with gold out here, we did 109,000 contracts. You're 1129.60. The swing point there's 1128.70. You know, this baby is right at a point that you can get some wide price spread. It's not an ABC up. Let me take it, because it took the B point out, but it didn't have enough volume out here today. But guess what? The GLD did. The GLD's an ABC up. So check this out. GLD does 10 million shares, takes out the swing point of 8.7. This is sweet. Okay. The A point on this is 102.49. Your B is 107. So you get $5. You're talking 111. And 111, we're going up to these highs, folks. You know, well, 111 is laying out at the October 23rd level. The high is 113.99. I expect that's what you're going to see. If you haven't test drove the gold report yet, folks, great time to do it. Another edition came out today. You can test drive it. 30 days absolutely free. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing a webinar. The webinar I'm doing tomorrow night is how currency exchange rates impact gold companies. It's going to be an hour webinar. If you want to see kind of what it's going to be about, go into breaking news and read the white paper I set up. That's on the first, right under breaking news. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow finished down 17. NASDAQ up 6. S&P's up $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, swim lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So let's go over and take a look at APC. So this APC, folks, is Anadarko Petroleum. This closed at $38.25. It's trading right now at $39.76. And if we take a look at this, you know, this has been on a one-way route, as all these oil stocks have been. This came down from $120 to $113. My God, down to 28. That's a hit. Right now, we are trading up about $1.50. Let's see what they have to say. So their revenue was $2.05 billion. They're going to cut there. This is where the jobs get croaked inside the oil and gas industry, unfortunately. They're cutting their capital program by 50% in 2016. That's what they have to do. They have to do it fast and furious. That's a big number. So that program, just to put it in perspective for you, that would be cut by $2.8 billion. That's where that cut comes in, which is just pretty intense. Huge, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, Anadarko Petroleum posted its worst annual loss on record, underscoring the bleakest times in the oil industry since the producer spun off from Panhandle Eastern Pipeline during the 1986 price crash. It cut this year's budget almost in half. That's pretty intense, man. The third largest U.S. natural gas producer reported a net loss of $1.25 billion, or $2.45 a share for the fourth quarter, compared with a year earlier shortfall of $395 million, or 78 cents a share. For the year, it's $6.6 billion. Oh, this is amazing. $6.6 billion loss was the largest ever. The Woodland, Texas company reduced its 2016 capital budget by almost half to about $2.8 billion. It has operations in New Zealand, Anadarko, with operations from New Zealand to Utah, is among explorers abandoning drilling wells and cutting spending to weather crude's 70% collapse since June of 2014. The independent producer, which doesn't own refineries or filling stations, has lost almost half its market value. That's about as intense as you get. Big numbers. No two ways about that. NXP. Let's go take a look at NXP. This is NP. 1 second. Let me see. NXPI. That's what I'm looking at. NXPI. So NXPI, that's NXP Semiconductors. This closed at $76.34. This is trading at $76.34. So this is trading right where it closed. Let's see what they have to say. I guess they didn't. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see that they haven't. That doesn't look to me like that they came out with any numbers just yet. Aflac. Let's see if Aflac come out with numbers yet. There we go. So Aflac come out with numbers. Aflac closed at $56.51. That's trading at $57.44. So let's see what they have to say. It looks like the yen hasn't affected them right now. Their revenue is $5.3 billion. Earnings per share was $1.71. They beat the forecast. Aflac on Monday reported fourth quarter earnings of $730 million on a per share basis. It said it had a profit of $1.71. The results beat Wall Street expectations. The average estimate of 12 analysts was $1.48. So let's see what that sets up. Yeah, it's already down off highs. You're down from 66.53. You're trading at 56.51, and you're trading up 90 cents right now. So nothing really huge on that one. TSO, let's see, Tresso, if this come out with numbers yet, it has not. In fact, that might be coming out tomorrow morning, I think. No, that's going to be coming out today. So this one here will be interesting to watch, because this one here, of course, is a refiner. Tresso, and the way this has been trading, let me pull this back just for a bit. Yeah, the way Tresso has been trading, it looks like this thing could run down to $80. This is off a high of 119, and if you want to see volatility, this is really intense. So in 2008 it was at $12. At $12 it was a 10-bagger. Runs to $119. Comes off at $119 only 3 months ago and gets down to $87.76. Inside the XLE, the XLE, folks, bottom line is bounced like everything else, but the XLE looks like it's once again going to be coming into this $52.55 level. That was the highs of the lows that were established out here on January 20th. January 20th inside the oil market is a big number. That out there is a large number. We go back to Google. I suspect Google's going to hold price up here. Yeah, she's holding price pretty good. So Google's up $40 right now, over highs. We closed at 752. I believe one of the Tigers was saying that they're also buying back stock once again. Google reported profit and sales that topped estimates, lifted by robust sales online and tighter cost controls. The results reported the first time under a new structure that separates Google's main search and advertising operations from riskier investments, showed that fourth quarter revenue, excluding sales passed on to partners, rose 19% to $17.3 billion. That's huge, man. That exceeded analysts' average projection of $16.9 billion. The shares are advancing, of course. The new structure is designed to accelerate Google's forays into other businesses beyond ad sales by giving newer divisions more autonomy and flexibility. Still, such investments cost money. Operating expenses rose 14% during the quarter to $7.76 billion. Fourth quarter revenue was net revenue. Imagine, check this out. Net revenue, folks, $4.92 billion in 90 days. That's pretty intense. That's really intense, actually. There's no doubt about it. And the search deal is a big deal. So the revenue part of it went up 19%. Their expense part of it, what percent was I had that? Expenses, let's see. Yeah, 14%. That's still not bad. See, okay. So revenue up 19%, expense part 14%. Thanks, Duffy. Bottom line, that's making money. That's making money in a big way. So if we take a look at Google, it's going to be over its highs. And the last earnings, let's just see. I want to see if we did, what type of retracement we did the last time we were out here. The reason being is that this could be a large ABC up. Okay, so it only did 50% retracement. From the last low to the high on a weekly basis, it did a 50% retracement. So that low is 589. The high is 775. So we're dealing with, what did I say, 5? Actually, I got to take it from here. Yeah, 589. 89 to 75. That's cool. It's $1.90. That'd be 670, 770, 870. 770, 870. Man, it could be an ABC to 870. That'd be a trip. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the XAU, the HUI. So the XAU, folks, goes up $1.40 today. You're at $47.36. That's coming into the two swing points. The first one being 48.98. That was established out here on January 7th. The second one, which is higher at 49.96. Now, I expect you're going to get up into those babies tomorrow. Why? Well, the HUI blew those babies away out here today. The gold bugs index has been stronger, and that's an indication, folks, that the gold market itself wants higher price. The gold bugs index today went up 375, 124, took out the swing point of 123.81. That wants to get up into the 139.55 area. And the difference between the equities that are inside the HUI versus the XAU is this. The HUI, they cannot sell their production forward more than 1.5 years, where the XAU can do that. And when you see the differential like we have right now, we'll see if, in fact, some of the equities that are inside the XAU, if, in fact, they sold forward, gold. And it's always a danger when that does happen, at lower prices. If we go over to the GLD, what you do have, GLD is a Street Tracks Trust. What you have inside that GLD is that it did take the B point out, took it out with volume, and good volume too, by the way. That's setting up higher price. See, there's not much also to stop the GLD or the gold contract to hit 110. What you also have out here is that you have a high volume swing high from October 15th at 113.99. So this can be just pretty cool watching how this shakes out, because once you make it back up to the last swing high, which has volume on the daily, on the weekly, let me do the monthly, what that's going to show is this. It's going to show that when we made a first low in gold in the GLD, which was July of 2015, that level there, folks, the low was 103, the high was 106. It came off that high with volume, and you had a good expansion with price. Then it failed. It got underneath all the lows. However, with that being said, it got under them with lighter volume. And now what you've had is that you've had 3 separate weeks that have strength. The first week was the week of January 8th. Second week was the week of January 15th. We did nothing the week of the 22nd. Last week, you also had strength. We'll see how it comes in this week. Thus far, we've had 10 million shares, and 10 million is a good number. Why? Because it's going into 35 million, and you're only in Monday of course, a 5-day week. So the way this is shaking out right now, it looks like it can not only get up and over this level, the level I'm talking about, the bar it's going into is 108.84. I do expect what you're going to see is it's going to run to this 113.99 area. Now, if we go over and we take a look at the dollar index in that correlation, the dollar has held really well at higher levels. The consolidation that's been in place has been in place since December 3rd. December 3rd, when Draghi, the president of the European Central Bank, came out and said, listen, we're going to keep the stimulus up, but we're not going to add to it. The euro went up dramatically. The index went down about 2.5% in a heartbeat. Went from 100.70 to 97. It did that with monster volume. It has tried to get up into that level 4 separate times in the last 2 months. Hasn't made it each time. It had a huge chance last Friday. Last Friday, it did 1,100, was up 1,100 ticks. However, it couldn't get to the highs of just the prior week. Today, you gave that up, and we'll see now how it hits the level of 98.45. What I do expect here is that we're going to be down into the 97.22, and we'll see whether we get volume there, because we have a higher volume low that's laying out there at 94.05. Silver right now is still the culprit, meaning silver hasn't caught a bid. What has happened, if we go over to the copper market, is that copper actually looks like it's off its lows also. The reason I'm saying that is that the copper equities also caught a bid. Copper right now is at $2.06 a pound. We got down to a price point of $1.93 a pound, and this looks like it's good. It rejected lower price out here today. Once you get into the 209 up to 220, you really have some big action. If you do look at some of the copper equities, they got traction. You know, Southern Copper last week went from a price point of 21 up to 25. Even here, if you want to see something that's pretty wild, one of the small ones, TGB, Chiseco, that went from a price point of 22 cents up to 38. You know, so the copper equities also caught a bid with that copper going topside. The differential right now is going to be okay. Inside the commodity market, actually, we're going to go to natural gas in a second, because natural gas had caught a bid on Friday. Today it comes back 6.5%. And I suspect what that's all about is that, let's see, we did 162,000 contracts. Yeah, that's big volume on the way back. That's all about, as all our folks are calling, from the Northeast, it's 50 degrees up there. That's like, okay, natural gas wants lower price. FCX, now this one gets interesting. I don't own this, but I was real close to buying this inside the gold report this morning. Now, the reason I didn't buy it is that I want this stock has to prove itself. It needs a couple signs of strength. So this is Freeport-McMoRan. This is trading at 474. Now, what happens with Freeport-McMoRan is this, folks. That's one of the largest gold companies, copper companies, and oil companies in the world. This equity has come down from a price point, one-way price point, from $58, hit a low of $352 last month. And one of the main reasons is this, is that last month we came down with 1.3 billion shares. That was going into the lows established in 2008, and that was 1.3 billion. So that's telling me that that low is going to get hit once again. What I'd like to see the low get tested, a couple signs of strength, then I suspect you're going to have action. And it was that's such an intriguing equity. The reason being, folks, is that the amount of money that they do take in, you know, even at these lower levels, is pretty extreme. You know, $16 billion. But guess what? If oil does an ABC structure on the way down, that baby is going to go with it, because they bought an oil company at the highs. And that, you know, even when we did APC, it's pretty amazing that that's the largest loss. What was that number? I mean, from what year? That year was like from 1986. That's how intense it is. That's pretty intense, folks. And what that has to do with is buying, more than likely, oil in the ground at highs. You know. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. And don't forget, folks, tomorrow, if you want to come to my webinar tomorrow night, 6 to 7, that webinar is going to be all about how exchange rates impact gold companies. Come over to our website, test drive the gold report 30 days. You can be in the webinar. It's going to be a great webinar, folks. Going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at tfnn.com.
Welcome, folks. And, if you take a look at Google, folks, Google right now with this expansion after the close is the most valuable company in the U.S., public company. They closed at $752. It's trading at $794. That gives you a value of $570 billion. And Apple, which was the most valuable company, is at $534 billion. In New York City right now, this is kind of intriguing, especially for anyone that takes Uber. Hundreds of Uber drivers went on strike outside the company's New York offices, chanting and holding signs with slogans like "Uber's Walmart on wheels" to protest price cuts. Last week, Uber Technologies, the ride-hailing leader, reduced rates on basic service by 15%. A trip from Midtown to LaGuardia is now $37 compared to $43 before. Uber's reasoning is that lower fares will spur demand, so drivers don't have as much time between trips. Over the weekends, drivers spent 39% less time without a fare as a result, and saw a 20% increase in the hourly earnings compared with 2 weekends earlier, the company said. What's really wild, folks, now Uber also went down on rates. There's a picture. We're in a tourist community in Florida. They came down on rates here, too, and it's amazing. I mean, I use Uber a lot. We use Uber a lot. And it's hard to believe you don't even need a car. That's the bottom line. Now, in that context, if you want to go over and you want to see, I suspect, something that's going to end up going out of business, it's Taxi, T-A-X-I. That's Medallion Financial Corporation. They specialize in financial company that originates and services loans in the taxi medallion business. This company, folks, finances, and they charge big money, but it's a financing company that finances medallions in New York City. This is going to be, this is tough for them already. It's going to get tougher. This is a company that's already gone down from 17 to 85. Don't go short the thing, because you don't go short $6 stocks. But this is intriguing. I've been watching this for a while, looking, saying, you know what, the last time we're in New York, I can't wait to go back. We're going to be at the Traders Expo, actually, February 20th. And we were up there last year, and we were, I was taking Uber and talking to taxi drivers at the same time. And the medallions at that point, I believe, were 1.2 million, and they might have come down from they either come down to 800,000 or they're 1.4 and come down to 1.2. Bottom line, they come down a couple 100,000. And it's going to be intriguing to see, okay, what they are worth right now. That is going to hit into that business in a huge way. You know, it's easier. What does happen in New York is that it's definitely easier because there are so many yellow cabs going back and forth. But we'll see how many more Uber drivers are out there. Depending what city you're in, there's no doubt it's a very inexpensive service that seems to be getting traction in a huge way. Now the valuation is kind of intriguing, like how Uber came right back saying, well, guess what? Inside this context here, that the drivers were busier. You know, bottom line is that I don't think it's a long time type of job. What it is a job, as an extra job, is you can go out there, you know, and make cash very quickly, which is dynamite in the context of people picking up extra money. What does also happen is that you get some drivers, they do Uber and they do Lyft at the same time. In fact, tomorrow, you know what I'll do? Last time I was in an Uber, if you haven't set up an account yet, there's a code that they will give you, and then the first time that you take an Uber, it's $20 off. So the thing is free. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right back here tomorrow morning. Go get them, folks.